When I was fat, when I was drinking every day, when I was spending all my money on a bunch of shit that I just didn't need, I felt like shit. I felt terrible. And I tried everything. I would go to AA, I would spend all this money on self-development, on therapists and coaching and gyms and even rehab, if I'm going to be honest. I spent probably over two or $300,000, and it didn't make any sense because I had this big career working at Facebook and as an entrepreneur, multiple eight-figure businesses, and everything I was doing in my career was so great, but I couldn't figure it out in my personal life. Right now, uh, fast forward to now, and I've lost 100 pounds. It's because I quit drinking, I quit smoking, I take care of my body. I have learned to grow my money responsibly and get into creator mode rather than being the victim of my life, right? And it all had to do with this one mindset trick that's actually free. I don't really like to call it a trick. I mean, it's not really a trick. It's just like a framework, a way of being that's totally free, and anybody can do it. And I'm going to teach everybody how to do it in this video. And the analogy to have it make sense first is like this. Imagine you're going to a new country. What do you need? A passport, right? Like, in order to get into that country, you need to have a passport. And depending on the passport that you have, well, you can get into different countries. So if you want to go someplace that's like really great and is like permanent vacation and has all the things that you want, you need the right type of passport. Otherwise, you can't get in there. Well, that passport is essentially like your identity, right? It's your belief system in yourself. And if you have a shitty belief system, you're going to end up in a shitty future. The future is like the country. And if you have a really good, strong belief system in yourself and you really believe in yourself and your identity is very strong, you're capable and deserving, then your future is going to be bright and bold, and it's going to be like that ultimate country vacation experience. We create our reality based on the identity, our belief system. And now looking back, when I'm like, oh, I was fat, I was drinking, and I felt like shit because of that. No, I was that way because I felt like shit about myself, because my belief system was all wrong. And that counterintuitive switch is mind blowing. And we don't really attach to that. Maybe we hear it, logically, but we don't know how to actually program our belief system. And that's what I figured out. And this is the same thing that Olympic athletes have these $1 million coaches for, and executives and these elite performers, but you don't need that. You can do it yourself. And the way that I know this is because I'm an avid student, and being a type A product manager in big tech companies and an entrepreneur, I couldn't put down my studies. I was relentless in my pursuit of reaching my ambitions, and I still am. And I'm still a student, and I still care about mastery more than anything. And the best way to master your craft is to teach it. And so now I've created the daily growth map. I'll try and pop it up somewhere over here, which is my nightly journaling program that anybody can follow. You can get the digital copy. You can just write down what I'm about to say. You can get the physical copy. I love the physical copy. And I even have a cohort where, if you want to do it with me, I have a group of people every month that we go through, and we do it every night. And I do it every night. You don't have to do it for the rest of your life. When I was going through all these changes, I did it for 30 days here and there. I built different identities, powerful identities around each aspect of my life. So you can just keep coming back and redoing it. But here's what happens. You have to learn how to map your ambition to an identity, to the feeling. It's very important that you get out of just wanting the ambition, because the more you want the ambition, the more that you're reinforcing lack. But you have to have an aim. So you have to be able to articulate what you want. That's your ambition. Then you have to be able to articulate what's the identity, who's capable and deserving of that. And once you have those characteristics in your mind, then right before you go to bed, you start to use feelings of all things, the same thing that I was distracting myself from when I was drinking so much. You use feelings to as like a technology, a human divine technology, not in a religious way, just like this like ability to communicate with your subconscious and into consciousness. You use feelings as this way of feeling what you are at becoming that identity. And so you feel as if you are your future self who is in that setting, who has reached that ambition. And then you pay attention to your dreams the next morning. Your dreamer actually tells you a lot. And if you can't remember, that's okay. You start doing this for like a week, you're going to remember your dreams. And throughout the day, you're going to have these limiting beliefs, and you're going to learn how to reframe those whenever you have them back to that identity. And you're going to start to see these synchronicities, these little golden threads. And those are proof points that that identity is coming in. And the more that you see proof points that the identity is coming in, the more that you're able to take the actions that you need in order to reinforce that ambition. And so the action items that were so hard to stay consistent with before, because, willpower and motivation really just are not enough. Yeah. We're so stuck in this hustle culture. Work harder, grind harder, don't sleep. It's bullshit. Yeah, we all have to work hard, but I'm not saying you don't, but that's just doing that is going to burn you the fuck out versus learning how to use your feelings to build identity and then allowing your being to build your passport into your future. Still have to take action, still have to work. The whole just close your eyes and hold some crystals and manifest, and the universe is going to unfold for you. I don't really believe in that. I believe manifestation. We're all manifestors. There's nothing that crazy about that. It shouldn't be surprising to us. It requires us to take action, right? What else? I think that's it. So if this interests you and you want to build your passport to the future, to your choice of the future, then get a copy of the Daily Growth Map. I'll pop it up, yeah. And join one of the cohorts, if you want to go deeper. All right. And be sure to share this with somebody who you think it will resonate with. Okay, I'll see you around.